there. Today I want to talk about purification, the path of purification, which somehow could also be called the path of the Bodhisattva. I don't know whether you're familiar with the understanding of what is a Bodhisattva or even what is a Buddha. So whether you're Islamic, Christian, Vedic, it doesn't really make that much difference, because the word Buddha doesn't mean you have to be Buddhist. Buddha means that you've come to experience and connect with your awakened primordial wisdom, enlightened Dharmakaya nature. Now, within that, and I'm just planting a little seed here to understand something about the nature of purification, why it's such a profound opportunity to have a physical body in this life, and the more difficulty that you were born into, the bigger the blessing, even though the harder the situation. So let's say that you were born into a family where there was violence, alcohol, drugs, turbulence, uncertainty, passive aggression, all of it. And maybe you've even been abused sexually, physically, and really deeply, deeply suffered. I'm not making light of this or diminishing any of it, but within the understanding of Buddha nature and the path of the Bodhisattva, which could possibly be looked at as the path of purification, what a Bodhisattva is somebody who renounces their Buddha nirvanic enlightened state, and time again comes back in as a human being, or maybe a dog. It doesn't have to be a human being, but comes back in to this world to lift and purify that was not love. So every single one of us have been imbued with levels of conditioning that were not authentic, not true love and honoring of the divinity that is your true nature. I mean, it's different probably for some of the younger people who may have had awakened parents to a degree. But certainly my generation, age 61, our parents were very rarely awake enough to deeply have that pristine awareness to bring the light of presence, to offer that to the child. True presence, true love, true wisdom and compassion. It's not easy. So most of us have been imbued with all sorts of belief systems and damaged, basically. And the more that we wake up, the more we begin to see everything that was just inside out and harmful. You know, parents that exaggerate, distort, all of it. But it's not about blaming. It's about understanding it and purifying all of this within ourselves. And then there's another part, which isn't anything to do with our parents, that is just our own basic levels of selfishness and self-absorption that didn't take the right action, and the different levels where, you know, we've had superiority, arrogance, all of it, entitlement. We've all got different aspects of the shadow, all of us. I definitely have got lots. And, you know, where we are as a race right now is we are all being forced to purify that is not the good, the true, and the beautiful, that was not love, that was selfish and taking of light through, of course, through the subconscious, of course, through the wounding. And the purification doesn't happen through us judging ourselves and beating ourselves up. So one of the things that's really important in our process of purification is to recognize that this catalyzes something that's called the dark night of the soul, where you begin to experience your soul coming in, which is the point of going through all this purification. So what is your soul? Your soul is the merit that you've accumulated through your good words, actions, selfless service, harmlessness, through the power of all the prayers you've made, the mantras that you have generated through your body in all your lifetimes. This chi is stored, and when we start to purify, it kicks off our awakening, and in comes the soul bit by bit over a process that is understood to be the different stages of initiation. So with that, as this light of who you truly are begins to come in and show you the shadow of all that isn't that light, it can be overwhelming and daunting, and can almost kick in a response that the ego is going, turn the tap off, I'm not ready for this, I don't want this, can't I stop this process? And is attempting to be distracted and resist this great light, the light of your soul, that is the purpose of you even being here, for this to become integrated in your personality. And so then you can read about this online. This becomes the dark night of the soul, and is a passage that we all have to go through. And it's not even just one time. Sometimes it comes again, where you have to go through another layer of the dark night of the soul. But once you've attempted to, or anchored, or mastered the anchoring of really resting yourself into the silent witness of you, the unconditional loving presence that's watching, when you unify with this aspect, it's going to be so much easier. So what I'm really saying in a nutshell is, don't judge the process. Remember that you've come in to transform and to transmute all that wasn't love, that has made up the quality of your physical body, which becomes the lens that you're looking through, or 7 different main lenses, which are your chakras. Like it's such a whole thing, and it's all within its divine perfection. And at that point where you have really integrated the light of your soul, and that is able to radiate out, that's the point where we become so grateful for all our trials and tribulations, for everything that was difficult and unloving, that actually gave us the fertile soil, the ground in which to grow through. It becomes the gift, and you'll definitely get to see it that way. And I really, in the meantime, holding you in my heart, and I hope that you can sometimes join me in the power of prayer, so that we can chant together and strengthen and activate the light body. If you've enjoyed this, please don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And I will be sharing a lot more videos and talks on understanding the very process of our purpose and the ageless wisdom in relationship to esoteric psychology and solar philosophy. Thank you for watching. My name's Rita Herreys. I'm not presenting myself in any way as a guru. I'm here as a student of the ageless wisdom, not to be followed, but just to inspire you to deepen your understanding of all that you are. Ahoma Takwiasin, for all our relations, and we are all related.